over on YouTube, or if you're joining in the Facebook group, it's good evening, good evening. You all know it's social media, and Elaine likes to be social. So remember to say hello, Elaine. Hello, Elaine. And I'll be more than happy to say hello to you all as long as you say who you are. Hey, Latina, thank you so much for joining us in the clubhouse room. And thank you for those who are joining us on YouTube and in the Create Financial Solution group. If you're in the Facebook group, please, if you comment and say hello, say who you are, because on this channel, it just tells me a Facebook user. It doesn't tell me your name. And for everybody else, I'll see your name. And like I said, it's social media. I like to be social, so make sure you say hello to me. So we're going to this disclaimer before we start our QuickBooks. Let me go ahead and share the screen. So we're sharing the screen, and okay, so we're going to share the screen so you can see the QuickBooks Online. Hey, yeah, so you can see the QuickBooks Online. Now, just a disclaimer, this is a sample company, so some of the features are not live. So if you have a question about a feature that you would like to see or understand how it works, and it's not a live feature inside of QuickBooks Online, you do have the opportunity to send me a message, and I do have a 15 minutes complimentary session that I can look at the question that you're asking and look at your life company to show you what it is. Now, remember, your financial information is personal, and we do appreciate and we do respect your privacy. So if it's a question that you think that you do not want people to look at you side eye, because we know when it comes to our finances, we want to make sure that people are not looking at our finances and going, okay, we don't want that. So if it is something that you think that is going to be too close or too personal, too up close for your business, we do not want you to put it out there, because we know, like I said. Now, just also remember, disclaimer, that bookkeeping, QuickBooks is not a one size fit all. What works for some people might not work for other people. So I'll show you how the feature works, and then you can customize it to your own business. So I'm going to talk about some of the features inside of QuickBooks. I've done a video to navigate through QuickBooks. So if you have not gone over to YouTube, go to YouTube. It's at the top of the room. Click on the link, click on my YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notifications so when I go live or when I drop a new video, you will be notified so you can see it. If you've not seen the navigation, I did 2 weeks in a row where we navigate QuickBooks Online. We did just everything, and then we show you how to navigate the report. My question, so I'm going to start asking that I want you to answer, or I want you to put a question in the chat, or in any of the chat area, whether on YouTube or in the Facebook group, whether you're watching this after the fact or today. The question, I want you to ask me a question about any of the features, whatever feature that we feature. I want you to ask me a question about that feature, right? Because for those who are you're just seeing this video for the first time, don't know who I am, and said, how is she talking about QuickBooks? So I've been using QuickBooks for 2.5 decades, and I've been an accountant for over 34 years. So I do have some experience under my belt, and most questions I'm able to answer right without even having to think a lot about it. But there are some questions that might need research. What you also have to realize, and I'm going to show you some of the new features that are inside of QuickBooks. QuickBooks put has been enhancing and adding new feature. So they add new feature every September. September, they add new features. It's now seem like to me it's coming like they're adding it every month, but they do add new features. Every September is when they launch new feature. They probably launch it sometime before and have it like in beta and people are testing, and then in September they fully launch it, so it's out to everybody. So I'm just going to go over some of the new stuff inside of QuickBooks Online. Some of these features you might not use, some of them you might use. One thing I can tell you, if there's a feature inside of QuickBooks that you possibly can use, you want to use it because it's going to make your life easier. It's going to save you time. And if you save time, you save money. That's just me. Are you on your online? Is that QuickBooks Online or your Latina? You said you were online. Um, just let me know. Um, all right. So you can see my QuickBooks open. So I'm just going to show you the new features that are in QuickBooks. Now, some of these features I've not used them. So I'm not going to, I probably by a couple of weeks, I will go through them and test them. Some of them I don't need, but I'll go through and test. Okay, okay, great. I'll go through and test and give review on them. So, like always, we said the black panel right over here is the side navigation, right? The side navigation. We went over the dashboard, we went over the banking, we went over all of this in detail, so you can watch one of those previous video and it will have those in detail. Now, what is new inside of here? What is new inside of here is QuickBooks has QuickBooks. It's about 2 or 3 years ago that they bought. Lord, I gotta open it so I can tell you. Mailchimp. So QuickBook has, I think they're now owner of Mailchimp. So what they're doing is that they're setting up. They have a marketing, they call it customer and lead. So you can actually send email, you can connect your MailChimp account and probably do some kind of email marketing right from inside of your QuickBooks, right? It says retain your customer, drive repeat and referral business. You can send email to your existing customer, and you can combine QuickBooks and MailChimp contact, and you can right inside of QuickBooks. And this feature is new, right? So they have where you have a link for your customer. This was always here. Your customer was always here. It's also a part of sales. So now what they do, what QuickBooks does is that they have a market, and so you have customer, and now you can have a whole marketing campaign inside of your QuickBooks, right? So this is new, fairly new. I have not used it. I do not know how it works. Will I try it? Maybe. Because I have a whole CRM system. I might try it and send, so I can send information to my clients. Maybe see how that works. Another thing that I know that QuickBook has done, and I don't think this is new to this year, they also have this capital. So if you click on capital, it will open up a capital tab. And this is where you can connect to QuickBooks, connect your bank account, and you can also apply for fund through QuickBooks. So you can apply. This is going to gray out because, like I said, this company is not live. So you will see that it's gray out. If you have a QuickBooks Online, you should be able to hit get started, and then you can apply for capital, right? So this one, the other thing, and this is new, I'm not sure when they roll this out. So you can apply for QuickBooks Capital, and they actually says QuickBooks Marketplace. There are several lender that will lend you. Okay. Then this is new, the PPP Center. And it says, welcome to the PPP Center. We're now accepting paycheck protection loan application right now. So now you can apply for PPP loan through QuickBooks Online. And it has several questions. They tell you what it is, what is the new COVID. Let's look at it. Let me see if they still have stuff for 2022. So they said, okay. And okay, so this is for the second. They tell you who is eligible. Are you providing new first time PPP loan within QuickBooks Capital? So all of this is information about the PPP loan. So if you are qualified, you can go through, and there is somewhere inside here, there should be some link that you can apply for, I'm sure. All right. I don't see a link, but I'll find out and let you guys know. So this is new, very new. So you can now do your paycheck protection program loan through QuickBooks. So that is new. So we talk about the customers and leads, and now the capital. Now this has been around for a while. The commerce. Okay, so it's right up here. So this is also new. It's so QuickBooks has, oh my goodness, a POS system that they have had for years, where you can actually use their POS system. What they have been doing over the years is trying to make that POS system available to small business owner, in terms of you're able to connect it to a sales channel, right? So now see they're having it, you can connect to eBay, Amazon, and Shopify. So this is new. And if you have a Shopify account or Amazon or eBay, you can connect it, and it's going to integrate and your orders. So it's going to show your orders, it's going to show your refunds, and you should be able to see your payouts. So this is for your sales channel, and they're calling it commerce. Now, to be honest with you, I have not connected it. I've not used it, but I have a client that I think would be a good person to use to try this out with, because I'm going to test it, and I definitely will come back and tell you and give you feedback. So now it says connect sales channel. This is not going to connect because this is inside of the sample company, and I do hope it does not kick me off, because if it's not live, what it will do, it will automatically kick me off. Let's see. Okay, here you go. Let's see. Let's do Shopify. Let's do next. Bring in past order. So when you're connecting, like this one, we're connecting Shopify, right? It asks you bring in past order payout from Shopify. What that is that if you're connecting today and you've been using this for a while, you want to bring in, and it gives you a custom date. You can set the date of when to bring in transaction for. So let's say you want to bring in all of last year transaction, and see, it says the furthest possible date you can bring in is from last year. So they can only do a year out. This is important to know when you are importing transaction into your QuickBooks, so you know how far back you can go. So this can only go 1 year out. So if you were to connect it today, the furthest possible date that you can go to is April 25th, 2022. All right. So you could select the date and then do next. This is cool. I hope it gives us as much information okay, connect. First, choose how much of your Shopify data you will share with us. Next, you will take you to Shopify to sign into your account and authorize the connection, and then we can start bringing in transaction from your Shopify account. So this is another way that you can integrate with QuickBooks, but this is for Shopify, Amazon, and eBay. Now, prior to using this feature, QuickBooks was integrating through, I think, Snyder, and that was a paid, you got to pay for that. Now it seemed like we can connect without going through a third party. And then now let's say that you start to connect and you realize that that's not the one you want to connect. You can go and choose a different channel. So we said you can change whichever one, and then we're going to go back to this one and we're going to say next. We do next and we do continue. And what it does it's going to tell you that it needs consent to connect. So you see it's showing you we have already chosen the date and show details. You can choose, and then we do agree. We're going to see how far this is going to, and this is where you go to your Shopify and you connect your Shopify. I don't have a Shopify to connect to this account, and I wouldn't connect one right here because this is live and we know we value your privacy. And this is where you put in your Shopify account. I'm just going to put something in. I know it's probably not going to connect because we don't have an account called that. And what it does, it takes you to your Shopify account. This did not do that because it says we don't have a Shopify account. And that's why it does that. So this part would have to be, you have to do that privately. Now, what you want to do before you connect your Shopify, make sure parts of account, and you're going to map your transaction. You're going to map all your transaction to a Shopify clearing account so that you can track the stuff that's coming over from Shopify. Now, the reason why you want to do that, it's because your Shopify is going, let's go back. We're going to X out of this. The orders are going to come in and they're going to go to sales, right? But your the payout that comes in from Shopify is not going to be the full amount of the order. The money that's going to go to your bank account is not going to be the full amount of the order. So you want to put it to a clearing account because Shopify is going to give you less refund or less their fee. So you want to make sure that it's connected, and that way you're not pulling over sales daily. You want to also set it up that you're getting sales over weekly. All right. So if this was informative, let me know. So we just went over a couple new features that was inside of QuickBooks, and just to wrap it up, because we do this for about 20-25 minutes. And if you have any question, we'll go ahead and take those questions. The new things inside of QuickBooks, the new things inside of QuickBooks are the customer lead right here. And then we have the capital, which has the PPP loan and capital. And then we have the commerce, and that is connecting eBay, Amazon, and Shopify. And this is different from your Square app. Your Square also connect in the App Center, and that is just been there for. And okay, let's show it on here in our bank tab. We do have our Square app. Come on, in the app transaction, and that connects our Square. It also connects, shows you all these connection, but you might want to connect this from your commerce, right? So you can so in the app it also show you all the sales center that you can connect. Thank you guys for coming in. As always, it is a pleasure for me to come in, share my knowledge and experience with QuickBooks Online. And if you have any question, ask me about the feature. The question is, which of these features do you think that you would need or would help you in your business? So which of these features? So we show you the customer leads, where you can do a marketing campaign and send message to your clients. We show you the capital, where you can apply for capital loan and the PPP loan. And then we show you the commerce, where you can connect your sales channel. So which of these feature you think that would help you in your business, or you would most likely use? Which of these feature you would most likely use in your business? And if you have any question about any of these features, feel free to put a question in the comment below. Please put a question in the comment below. I'll be more than happy to answer your question on the next video. If it's a question that is sensitive information, I will send you a link and you can schedule a 15-minute complimentary um, a 15 minutes complimentary session, and I'll be more than happy to jump on Zoom and also to answer your question. Hey, Coach, welcome. Thank you so much for coming in. Do you have a question? Hello.
Oh, I didn't even know I was on mute. No, I just popped in because I seen you paying me. That's all. I got a room starting soon.
Okay. Okay. So we were doing a live demonstration with QuickBooks Online, and we're actually have QuickBooks open. It's on the YouTube channel. Do you use QuickBooks?
I do not. I just was wondering what's the best one to utilize, but I don't use QuickBooks. I just heard about Quick or something like that. I was looking into that one.
Okay. So QuickBooks is actually one of the user-friendly one. I have to admit that it's user-friendly. It is. It's just that you have to set it up the right way to make sure that you are getting the best of it. And so I do a live demonstration of QuickBooks, and we're inside the clubhouse room, but we're also on YouTube, where I open the QuickBooks and navigate through it so you can see how it works. I go through Lord, this just kicked me off. Yeah, I go through today. I was kind of showing the things that are new inside of QuickBooks, and a couple of weeks ago we did a full navigation of all the features inside of QuickBooks. Latina, do you have a question? Any question we did? If you have a question about QuickBooks, if you're a new user, if you, even if you've been using QuickBooks for a long time, there are always updates. QuickBooks update the software every September, and they add new stuff. The new things we were talking about today was they have now where you can do a marketing campaign from your QuickBooks. They also have where you can apply for capital, and they have as well where you can do commerce. You can connect your Shopify, eBay, and Amazon to your QuickBooks Online, and it will bring over your orders, your payouts, so you can see the different stuff, and you can just integrate everything with QuickBooks. Prior to them adding the commerce, you had to use a third party to integrate with eBay, Shopify, and Amazon. Welcome, Queen. Welcome, Monique. Kyle, I hope I say that right. Latina, thank you guys for coming. So I do this every Tuesday evening about 6:30 in the afternoon, and we do this for about 30 minutes. So we're on top of the half an hour mark. If anyone have any question, feel free to ask your question. I'll be more than happy to answer your question. And if you jump over to the YouTube channel, thank you, Marilyn. If you jump over to the YouTube channel, please remember to subscribe and also turn on the notification because I go live. Okay, so I go live every Tuesday evening at 6:30 and I open QuickBooks. All right, so Latina says I'm using TaxSlayer work full of books. I got to look at that one because I know tax isn't TaxSlayer a tax software. So guys, if you over on YouTube and see me looking, we're also on Clubhouse and we're also talking workful book. I gotta look at that one. Never heard of that one, but I'll definitely look at it. TaxSlayer is a tax software, but it's workful book and accounting software. Now, don't get me wrong, there's several accounting software out there for small business. Have you seen my wallet? Several accounting software out there for small business. I just have been using QuickBooks for a very long time. And the thing about QuickBooks, I'm able to get the kind of reports that I can, I can pull a report and send it to a lending agency or someone of that sort, and the report is nicely put together. I know some of the other software, they'll have a profit and loss, but they won't have a balance sheet. Some of them will have a profit and loss or an income and expense. But as a business owner, you want to be able to see the full what is going on in your business. So you want to see your profit and loss. You also want to see your balance sheet, and that is very important to your business. So I know FreshBook is very user friendly as well. That's another software, but like I said, I'm a QuickBook girl. I'm a QuickBooks girl. I've been using it for over 25, 26 years. So I use it all the time. Um and it is the one that I use, and a lot of people use QuickBooks. The key to using QuickBooks is to make sure that it is set up correctly. That's one of the keys to using QuickBooks, to make sure that it's set up correctly. Even if you do not get a bookkeeper or an accountant to do your QuickBooks for you, get their advice on setting up QuickBooks. Get their advice on setting up QuickBooks. It's very easy for you to start using QuickBooks, and then you fall in a rut because it is so simple, but if it's not set up correctly, you can find yourself it can cost you more than it saves you. So you want to do that. I've seen people who don't understand accounting, and they're using QuickBooks and end up with two or three different accounts for the same thing. So you want to make sure that it's set up correctly. All right, guys, if there is no question, thank you, Latina. I do appreciate you coming in. I do appreciate you coming in, and thank you, Monique, for coming in. I appreciate you coming in. Uh, Queen, Jamaican sister, warm Queen. You know, let me give you a follow. She said she's a Jamaican sister. All right. Thank you, guys. And for those on YouTube, have a good day. I'll be back here next week, Tuesday. If there's something specific that you want to see about QuickBooks, even if you're not using it, but you would like to see a feature to know if this is something that you can incorporate into your business, if you can incorporate into your business, feel free to, okay, I hope I did that right. Feel free, feel free to put it in the comment, and I'll be more than happy to show it, because sometimes by you seeing how it works, it will help you to make a decision. All right. And if you're not using QuickBooks and you intend to use it, I would appreciate if you give me a shout out, give me a call, and say, and send me a message and say, I would like to get QuickBooks, and I like I like to advise people when they're getting QuickBook which one is the best one for them, and or based on your business, because some of the stuff is in industry specific. So on YouTube, have a great day. I'll see you back here next week Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.